lecture 4 from stereochemistry. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss about absolute configuration and relative configuration of the enantiomers. Right? These are the nothing but the specification of configuration for the enantiomer. First one is absolute configuration. It is nomenclature of asymmetric carbon atom present in optically active compounds, right? And it produces the enantiomers. Now these enantiomers can be named as R isomer or S isomer, right? According to its configuration, right? It is an absolute configuration. So in this type of configuration, different group attached to the chiral center or asymmetric carbon are considered, right? To distinguish between two enantiomers, CAP system, that is Kahn-Ingold Prelog system, is used to designate two configuration as R or S isomer, right? Two steps are involved to assign the chiral center as R or S chiral center, right? Or enantiomer as R isomer or S isomer. First step is assignment of priority to groups bonded to the asymmetric carbon. Right? In asymmetric carbon, 4 different groups are or atoms are attached to it. Right? So in first step, numerical priority is given to these 4 groups or atoms attached to the chiral center, right? First, second, third, and fourth, right? By using sequence rule or CAP rule. Second step is using priority to decide on R and S isomer. After giving the numerical priority to the 4 different groups attached to the chiral center, then it is decided that given enantiomer is R or S isomer. First, assignment of priority, first step, right? So, assign a numerical priority to the 4 different groups or atoms attached to the chiral center, right? For example, group 1 is considered as highest priority group and group 4 is considered as lowest priority group, right? And this numerical priority is given by using sequence rule or CAP rule, yeah, right? Now see what is sequence rule, right? First rule, that is rule 1, is compare the atoms directly bonded to the asymmetric center in each group and give priority to atoms with higher atomic number, right? Different 4 groups present on the chiral center, out of them directly attached atom is considered, right? Which among the group or from the group which atom is directly attached to the chiral center is considered and compare that 4 atoms directly attached to the chiral center, right? And give them priority by using atomic number, their atomic number, right? How higher atomic number receives higher priority, that is 1, and lowest atomic number group or atom receive lowest priority number, that is 4. See example, blue colored carbon is chiral center or asymmetric carbon to which different 4 group and atom are attached, that is amino group NH2, methyl group CH3, hydroxy group OH, and 1 hydrogen atom, right? Now see which atom is directly attached to the chiral center from the group, right? So from amino group, nitrogen is directly attached, from methyl group, carbon is directly attached, and from hydroxyl group, oxygen is directly attached to the chiral center, and fourth one is hydrogen atom, right? Now compare its atomic number. So compare the atomic number of nitrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Nitrogen has atomic number 7, carbon has 6, and oxygen has 8 atomic number, right? As well as hydrogen has 1 atomic number, right? So out of them, highest atomic number is of oxygen atom, right? So it receives priority number 1, that is highest priority, right? Now from the nitrogen, carbon and hydrogen, right? Nitrogen has the 7 atomic number. It is greater than carbon and hydrogen's atomic number, so it receives second priority number, right? Next, carbon is received third priority number, right? Because carbon has 6 atomic number and hydrogen has 1, right? So hydrogen is lowest priority group. They have the lowest atomic number, right? And generally almost in all compound, when hydrogen is directly attached to the chiral center, almost in all cases it will receive lowest priority number, that is 4, right? Because it has the lowest atomic number 1. Some examples are given for priorities. That is, iodine has the highest priority than bromine, and bromine has higher priority than chlorine because it has the higher atomic number, right? Chlorine, then sulfur, then fluorine, then oxygen, then carbon, and then hydrogen. Hydrogen has the lowest priority. Now, rule 2. If the 4 atoms directly attached to the chiral center are not different, the sequence is determined as at first point of difference, right? In many enantiomers or optical active compound, the chiral centers attached to the different group, but first point of attachment of directly attached atom are similar, right? So in this type of cases, sequence rule is determined at the first point of difference, right? So we have to determine the first point of difference where group is differentiate. So see example. In this example, see carbon, chiral carbon is attached to one hydrogen atom, one methyl group, one ethyl group, and one isopropyl group, right? So first observe the directly attached atom to the chiral center. One is a hydrogen and 3 are carbon, right? Methyl group is directly attached to chiral center through carbon atom. Same in case of ethyl and isopropyl group, right? So hydrogen has the lowest priority number because of it has less or low atomic number 1, right? So it receives 4, right? Now that is rest between methyl, ethyl and isopropyl group, right? So see further point of attachment with carbon of methyl group, that is there are 3 hydrogen atoms attached to this methyl group carbon, right? In ethyl group carbon there is 2 hydrogen atom and 1 carbon atoms are attached to this carbon, right? And in case of isopropyl carbon, 2 carbon atom further 2 carbon atom and 1 hydrogen atoms are attached to this isopropyl carbon, right? So in methyl group 3 hydrogen, in ethyl group 2 hydrogen 1 carbon, so methyl group leave the rest. Now between ethyl and isopropyl, ethyl has 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen, while isopropyl group has 2 carbon and 1 hydrogen, right? So isopropyl receive first priority, that is highest priority, right? Then second received by the ethyl group, third received by the methyl group, and fourth one is hydrogen, right? Now rule 3. A doubly or triply bonded atom is equivalent to 2 or 3 such atoms, right? In many cases, chiral center is attached to the group in which atoms are bonded by double or triple bond, right? So in this type of cases, this double or triple bond is considered as equivalent to 2 or 3 such atoms are attached to this doubly or triply bonded carbon atom, right? For this method, imagine that each pi bond is broken and the atoms at both ends duplicates or triplicates, right? For example, see carbon double bonded carbon, right, is equivalent to this 2 carbon atom is again attached with another carbon atom, right? Consider as like that. In carbon triple bonded carbon, same, when 2 pi bond is broken, right, then this 2 carbon is again satisfied by the attachment with carbon atom. First is same carbon double bonded carbon, right? Then carbon double bonded oxygen atom. When this pi bond between carbon and oxygen is broken down, then carbon is again attached with oxygen and oxygen is again attached with the carbon is considered, right? In carbon triple bonded nitrogen group, 2 pi bond are broken down and carbon atom is again attached with 2 nitrogen atom and nitrogen atom is again attached with 2 carbon atom is considered, right? Now, use of priority to decide R and S, right? After giving the priority to different 4 groups or atom attached to the chiral center, right? Then given compound is R isomer or S isomer is decided, right? So see, when the priorities of the 4 atoms or groups attached to an asymmetric carbon have been decided, the molecule visualized so that the atom or groups of the lowest priority is directed away from us, right? So visualization of the molecule is considered as that the lowest priority group should be away from us or should be out of plane, right? Then draw an arrow from the first priority group through second and to the third, right? Ignore the lowest priority group, that is 4th group, right? Ignore it and connect first to second to third priority group and draw the arrow, right? Now from that decided if arrow points clockwise, then given chiral center is R and enantiomer is R isomer, right? And if arrow points anti-clockwise, then given chiral center is S and enantiomer is S isomer, right? Letter R comes from the Latin word rectus and meaning of rectus is upright, right? And S comes from the Latin word sinister, which means left, right? See example, in this chiral center is attached or chiral carbon is attached with amino group, 1 carboxylic acid group, 1 vinyl group, that is CH double bond CH2 and 1 hydrogen atom, right? So NH2 group receives first priority. Why? Because see, 1 is nitrogen, 1 is carbon, 1 is hydrogen, and so 2 carbon atoms are attached to the chiral center, right? Hydrogen receives 4th priority as we know, right? So competition between 1 nitrogen and 2 carbon atom, right? So carbon atom has 6 atomic number and nitrogen has 7 atomic number. That's why nitrogen receives first priority, right? And now between these 2 group, carboxylic acid group and vinyl group, competition is going on. So in carboxylic acid group, carbon is directly attached to 2 nitrogen atom, 1 by double bonded and 1 by single bonded, right? And in vinyl group, carbon is again attached with carbon atom by double bond, right? So the second point of attachment is different, right? In case of carboxylic acid, it is oxygen atom, and in vinyl group, it is carbon atom, right? So oxygen has the highest atomic number, that is 8, and carbon has the lower atomic number than oxygen, that is 6. Right? That's why carboxylic acid group receives second priority and vinyl group gain third priority and hydrogen atom in 4th priority number. right? Now when say draw the arrow from first to second to third by ignoring the lowest priority number, then in this case it becomes anti-clockwise, right? That is left side. So this isomer is the S isomer, right? Now in previous slide I discussed about that molecule should be visualized as that lowest priority group should be out of plane or away from us, right? Now to simplify that or to understand easily that one point is given here, that is if the lowest priority group is on a vertical line, then give the configuration whichever is obtained, right? When lowest group is present on vertically, then it is considered that that lowest group is out of plane or away from us, right? That's why configuration will not change, remain as such, right? But if the lowest priority group is on horizontal line, then give the configuration opposite to whichever is obtained, right? When lowest priority group present on horizontally, then it is considered that it is present in plane or near to us, right? So that when lowest priority group to keep in out of plane or away from us, rotation of the group or atoms attached to the chiral center is done, right, for keeping the lowest priority group out of the plane or away from us, right? So when this type of rotation is done, then configuration of the given chiral center or enantiomer will change, right? So when horizontally present, then consider the configuration opposite to whichever is obtained, right? For example, see in this compound, 4 different groups and atoms are attached, right? And priority, numerical priority is given. First one on first priority chlorine atom, second priority OH group, third is CH3, and fourth one is hydrogen atom, right? Now when arrow is drawn to connect first, second and third priority by ignoring fourth or lowest priority, it is anti-clockwise, right, or left side, so it should be S isomer, right? But see in this example, lowest priority group is horizontally present on horizontal line, right? So it becomes the R configuration, right? When rotation of this group occur, then to keep the lowest priority group out of the plane or away from us, then configuration will be changed and it become R configuration, right? See second example of same molecule and another enantiomer. Chlorine is on one priority, OH group is on second priority, CH3 group is on third priority, and hydrogen atom is on fourth priority, right? When this type of numerical priority is given and drew the arrow from 1, 2 and 3 to connect the this priority group, right? Then it is the left side or anti-clockwise, right? So it is S configuration, and see in this enantiomer, lowest priority group is on vertical line, right? It is away from us. That's why there is no need to rotate the groups or atoms present on chiral center, right? That's why no change in configuration, right? It is S configuration as obtained, right? Now R and S assignment for absolute configuration in diastereomers, right? R and S assignments in compounds or molecules with 2 or more chiral center, right? It is absolute configuration. That's why each and every chiral center or chiral carbon or symmetric carbon is considered, right? So R and S configuration must be assigned to each chiral carbon. For example, 2,3-dibromopentane. In this example, see there are 2 chiral center on second and third carbon atom, right? So here 2 chiral centers are present. So it produces 4 stereoenantiomers or stereoisomers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Out of them, we take a example that is the isomer 1 and 4 for the nomenclature. So see, first example is that is on second carbon, right? Specification of second chiral carbon atom. There are 2 chiral center at second and third carbon. So first on second carbon, what will be the configuration? So see, on second carbon, 1 bromine, 1 methyl, 1 hydrogen and 1 this whole group that is attached by carbon atom to chiral center is present, right? So this bromine atom is gained first priority, this whole group in the second priority, third is gained by the methyl group, and for this atom, hydrogen atom, right? When draw the arrow from 1 to 3, right, then it is anti-clockwise, clockwise, right side. So it should be R configuration, but here lowest priority group is on horizontal line, that's why it is S enantiomer, right? Same on third carbon. For the third carbon configuration, first is bromine, second is this whole group directly attached to the carbon atom, and third is ethyl group, right? So when connect these 3 atom by arrow, drawing arrow, then arrow is anti-clockwise, right, left side. So it should be S configuration, but here also lowest priority group is present on horizontal line, that's why configuration is changed and it becomes R configuration, right? So this enantiomer is nomenclatured as 2S 3R 2,3 dibromopentane, right? Prefix is 2S3R, that indicates second carbon is of S configuration and third chiral carbon is of R configuration, right? Same is in fourth isomer, right? R and R configuration is decided, right? And it is nomenclatured as 2R 3R 2,3 dibromopentane, right? So in both in this isomer, both chiral center are of R configuration, right? Here also lowest priority group is considered. In both cases it is on horizontal line, right? And then it is given name as R configuration, right? Now relative configuration, it is also specification of configuration that is of chiral center. It is denoted by capital B and capital L. It is related to glyceraldehyde, right? It is a relative configuration and it is given related to the glyceraldehyde molecule, right? Glyceraldehyde molecule is taken as standard reference compound, right? So that any compound that can be prepared from or converted to D-glyceraldehyde without disturbing the bonds of asymmetric carbon atom will belong to D series, right? So when capital D-glyceraldehyde molecule is prepared from any compound or it converted into any compound without disturbing the bonds of asymmetric carbon, right? Then molecule is D from the D series or D isomers, right? Here D or L configuration is not changed, but here given LIGO or glyceraldehyde should be LIGO or dextro, right? In glyceraldehyde molecule, accepted convention is if the OH group is at right side with aldehyde group at the top, then compound is from D series, right? And if the OH group is left side with aldehyde group at the top, right, then compound is from L series, right? Say example, glyceraldehyde. In D-glyceraldehyde, hydroxyl group OH group is on right side, and in L-glyceraldehyde OH group is on left side, right? See, now here take an example of conversion of glyceraldehyde to glyceric acid, right? Glyceraldehyde is oxidized to glyceric acid, right? So here configuration is not changed because bond of the chiral center is not altered, right? Is not changed. That's why its configuration D remains same, right? D-glyceraldehyde is converted into D-glyceric acid by oxidation reaction, right? But see here, glyceraldehyde molecule show the rotation of plane polarized light, that is right side, it is dextro, but formed glyceraldehyde is levorotated, right? So it should be changed, but relative configuration will not change. Now, in many optical active compounds, there are 2 or more chiral center, right, are present. So, in this type of compound, the first asymmetric carbon from the bottom decide the configuration, right? For example, D-glucose, right? D-glucose has 4 chiral center and all contain the OH group, right? So consider the OH group present on the lowest chiral center, right, from the bottom, right? So in D-glucose, lowest or bottom carbon, chiral carbon, have the OH group on right side, that is, it is D-glucose, right? First carbon CH2OH, it is not chiral, right? From the bottom, second carbon is chiral and it have the OH group on the right side, that's why it is D-glucose. Same in fructose, right? Lowest bottom carbon have the OH group on right side, that's why it is D-glucose, and in sorbose it is on left side, that's why it is L-sorbose. Example of tartaric acid, in L-tartaric acid, see, OH group is on left side, and in D-tartaric acid, OH group is on right side. See, keep in mind that capital D, capital L, capital R, capital S, small d and small l are not related, right? There is no relation between these all terms, right? They all are different. Capital D and capital L is given to the relative configuration, or isomer with D and L is considered, that is, it is relative configuration. R and S, that is absolute configuration, and small d and L, or plus or negative sign, indicate the direction of rotation of plane polarized light by optically active compound. Right? Thank you.